Welcome back to another episode of College Football on the Bridge. Today we're going to tackle Texas Longhorns. Probably one of the biggest teams coming in the last few years, especially this year. Probably going to be Arch Manning's last year. He's been subpar for the most of the time. He's shown some flashes, especially towards the end of last year. Showed some more potential. Overall, kind of been disappointing. Um, I'm not sure if he's quite up the as hyped as he was coming in. This would be the year to definitely see if he can take that next step. He has plenty of talent. They have Malik Brown at running back. They're bringing Cam Coleman. They have Ryan Wingo. They have Mosley. Offensive lines come back together with Gooseby at at left tackle. Should be a first round pick next year. Defensively, they have Hero Kanu Senior at defensive tackle. Colin Simmons, obviously. Jelani McDonald on at strong safety. They got kind of young sophomores at corner and Cade Phillips and Masco. They got pieces obviously between the defensive line, offensive line, and the receiving core. They got all the pieces there for Arch to take it up a notch, and this is kind of it. It's kind of it. Not saying it for Sarkisian that if they don't win it this year, he's gonna get fired, but it's kind of a kind of show your what you're worth and show your toughness. After what was it last year? They went 10-3 last year, but it just was ugly, especially towards the beginning of the year. They would win games against like UTEP, but it was like you watched the game and it was like, yeah, they won 27-10, but you shouldn't be playing with your food like that. You should go in there and take a team like UTEP and knock it out. They end up losing to Florida, but then they turn around, they beat Oklahoma. They go in there and they beat Vandy, who's a good team. They beat Texas A&M and kind of ruined their season in a way. And then they had a dominant performance against Michigan. Towards the end of the year, they kind of got things going. So maybe that was a sign that this year is maybe they're finally getting the things going together with Arch, that getting him up to speed. Um, this year I expect big things from them. It's a matter of can everything get together with the scheduling and everything. Can they be the juggernaut that everybody kind of thinks they'll be. Scheduling wise, they got Texas State, Ohio State at home. They got UTSA at Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, at Missouri, at LSU, Arkansas, at A&M. So definitely some winnable games in there, but definitely some you don't take a week off. You can't go in there and take Mississippi State for granted. You can't go in there and go to Missouri and think that they're just gonna lay down for you. You got to come every week, and is there any complacency in it? I would think not. This is kind of um, a massive season for them. So overall, you know, I just see them getting some hiccups in there. I don't know where exactly, whether it's in Knoxville or against Ohio State. Obviously, the Red River Shootout's always a kind of a coin flip game. Going to Missouri, going to LSU, going to A&M after last year. Um, I'm kind of going more towards maybe a 9-win season this year. I'm thinking they're gonna have a few hiccups along the way. Might be a little bit disappointing considering where they're at coming into the year. But we definitely have to see how it goes and see if Arch can live up to his potential. Um, I just kind of see based off their schedule, and it's kind of thinking they're gonna have some hiccups. It's a little bit tougher schedule than they have been having. Um, and when they've Georgia's owned them the last few years, but they don't play them this year unless they make it to the SEC championship game. But it just there's a lot of speed bumps in the road, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to manage that week after week, even with all the experience. I do have to point out they do have Will Muschamp coming back playing defense. So defense shouldn't be a problem. A lot of it lies down to is Arch who everybody has hyped him up to be. Is he going to take that step and be consistent? Week after week, game after game. Can he take a hit? Can he, throw a pick and dust himself off, get back out there and be the leader, be the quarterback that he's supposed to be?